quite interesting for me playing a game of this sort of nature, because I find the roguelikes where there's a chance that you can die and lose everything to have a little bit more of an emotional investment. It's like back in the day when you used to play XCOM and you had your favourite soldier, but when they were dead, that was it, they were out. So in this game, if you're killed, your corpse comes back as a hater. So you can travel back to where you died, defeat your old body, which then recovers it, and then take, hopefully, some of your stuff back that you had on the corpse when you died. As you can see, it's a rather cheerful place that we start off in. A subway station filled with cars full of dead people. Fortunately, not everyone that we meet in here is dead. There are a few living ones around to give us a bit of bother. Gold coin's always a nice start to a trip into a dungeon. This is one of the mushrooms. As you can see, this is tough strewn, so that gives you the effect there of having damage down if you eat it. You can also chuck mushrooms, because some of them are effectively mushroom hand grenades. Which is a little bizarre, but okay. This little thing is a beast. This particular beast is a frog. If you click the left stick to go into stealth mode, you can approach them and stick them inside your tiny little pants to keep them for later date, or possibly to enjoy the way they wriggle around across your meat and 2 veg. Yes, ooh indeed, Mr. Frog. So loot containers are fairly obvious. When you find a weapon, you can assign it either to your left hand or your right hand. You've got 3 slots to do, or you can drop it straight into your inventory. As I currently have nothing to hit the baddies with, I think I'll take this. Combat reminds me a little bit in some ways of Dead Rising as well, with ample use of the dodge move. You've got a stamina meter, so all of your actions use stamina, whether it's sprinting around in a circle or completely missing the guy that you're trying to hit. Good old pickaxe to the face does the job there. It's got a 2-hand combat system, so your hands are controlled by left trigger and right trigger. Might as well eat this dude. If you're feeling a little bit less environmentally friendly, shall we say, you can also stomp these monsters to death, at which point they turn into mushrooms. There you go, this is Frongus, so it's a mushroom that grows from the inside of squished frogs, and the effect it has is tear gas, so you can throw it into an enemy just by touching the touchpad. It brings up the throw mode. You can chuck it at an enemy in order to have a tear gas blinding effect on them. Can't say I've actually used any of the offensive mushrooms yet. So let's give it a go on this one down here. So hopefully this means that he's going to go blind and we can beat the shit out of him. Oh, it'll knock me out as well, which is always nice. Wake up. So he's slow, but you can spin around in the circle like nobody's business. I threw the sleeping mushroom, didn't I? For fuck's sake. So my main goal in beating this guy to death is, 1, that he won't be able to do it to me, and 2, he's got a nice little hammer that hopefully he'll drop upon death. See there, the heart glowing orange in the middle of my chest? That means that I'm exerting myself to medium level. It goes through to purple. If it hits purple, it stays there for too long, then you're out of breath and you just have to stop and catch your breath. Which leaves you wide open to getting beaten to shit by the enemies. Okay, there is a method to my madness here. I'm hoping if I can get the sprint right. See, I've got that icon there for a running jump attack. Oh, and again I miss. I'm determined to hit this guy with a sprint attack. He definitely has got other ideas about it though. Right, one more go and then I'll just beat him to death with a hammer. Okay, let's get this lined up properly. There we go. That was the money shot I was working towards. See, there's a guy behind the crates over there, so what I can try here is to throw the tear gas mushroom without fucking it up. Throw it into the top of the crates, that should do it. There he is, all blind and ready for a hammering. Brutal finisher. That little dude that popped up at the bottom is a character called Uncle Death, who is a really irritating Mexican skateboarding death. because let's face it, what else would it be? That was another tough stream I just collected there, so that's another one for the damage reduction for later on. There should be a few guys coming up in a moment if I remember rightly. Maybe another frog. Crush room, attack up 50. Nice. Here we go. This one, the guys with an iron, I think it is. Whoa, where did he come from? That wasn't very nice. Right, he's dead. You can see it doesn't take much for the enemies to give you a damn good kicking. But I have got a red hot iron now, which is a nice weapon to have. It's got a good stun effect, as you saw there from when they were battering me with it. And just in time to get a heal from the mushroom. You make it back to the hub level, then you get to use your mushrooms to gain XP instead of just healing yourself. And at the end of this level there'll be a little lift that'll take you back down. Hammer, hammer, punch, punch. Splat, splat, dead, dead. Another hammer. Nice. You have to be careful when you're equipping weapons, because if you put it in a hand that's already got a weapon in, then unfortunately you lose that weapon. Right, down the trunks you go. Ooh, body armor. Have some of that. Not convinced by the outfit. Okay, this is one of those haters I was talking about earlier. The character name there is JYYN, some nonsense. So they generally have moves that do more damage, harder to dodge weapons like this fireworks launcher. So far I can't say that I found the ranged weapons in this to be much good. They're pretty low impact and they've all obviously got limited ammo being ranged weapons. So if I can show you on this robot dude what happens with the firework launcher. Tiny little bit of damage. Not really worth bothering with, but if I can make it back to the hub I'll be able to sell it and get some coins for it to save up for something that will help. Okay, so let's get my trusty iron out. Right, one down. Try the hilariously accurate jumping tackle thing. Oh, got him. Nice. That guy's got a buzzsaw in his hand. He can do a shitload of damage if you're not careful. Alright, you can have that. And apparently I'll have all of those. Thank you so much. Buzzsaw knuckles. Yep. Got a spare slot over there. Iron hammer. We'll replace that one, which is going to break shortly. Oh, don't forget to eat your frogs. Handy advice there. Let's have a grilled frog. The only problem with this is in order to consume things, I haven't found the way that you can just eat them from your inventory. You've got to drop them on the floor and then eat them by the looks of it. It's nice to see, you know, you're not above eating weird shit off the floor. Certain boxes look like that you can break, like these ones over here as well. It goes to prove that I can hit a stationary target with that jump kick. Oh, I'm actually fully clothed. Impressive. It's been the first time for a long time. So the armor system's broken down into 3 body parts, which are head, torso and legs. Fairly self-explanatory how that works. That's the escalator there up into the second level. This is the lift I was talking about, takes you back down to the lobby. So as soon as I picked up a few bits, I'm just going to pop back down to the lobby and stash them, and then head back up. So in the lift back down to the lobby, you get the stat breakdown of what you've just done, which slowly fills in as you progress through the level. So here it will show what I've done. Highly interesting. I don't know why you'd want to sit and watch through it when you can just skip it. But I suppose there are some real big stat-driven people out there that would enjoy having a look through exactly how they performed on that level. So, time to get my brain probed again. They take your coins off you, and that blue stuff is called Splithium. You get that when you kill one of those hater dudes with the orange names that used to be another player, or indeed yourself. This is your daily login bonus, so 17 hours time I get another one. This is the merchant, so talk to him and get rid of that shit fireworks launcher that I'm never going to use. Yeah, he looks a little bit like Space Hitler. I've not entirely figured out what he's meant to be, so it could well be that he is in fact Space Hitler. Who knows? So there's the fireworks launcher. Get rid of that as it's never going to get used. Get rid of the weak hammer. The cash value doesn't appear to decrease, but depending on the resilience that's left in the weapon, which is a bit strange. Possibly it does, and past a certain level you only get the base for it. You can research some stuff in here if you've got blueprints, but I don't have any at the moment. I don't have the materials to research these things. I need iron. You find materials randomly as you're going through the levels and defeating the enemies. This is the freezer where you can switch between your characters. I don't really want to do at the moment, so I'm not going to. And this is the weird mushroom lady. Weird mushroom lady sells you mushrooms and things. And just for fun, you can throw frogs into a fire. Like that. And you end up with cooked frog, which heals you more. So it's not just torturing animals for fun. There is a reason behind it. Torturing animals to eat them. So that's entirely fine in what we've been doing for thousands of years. Oh! You little bastard. Don't stamp on the poor frog. For Christ's sake, inventory system in this game is a little bit of a pain sometimes. Put him in your bag. There we go. Now chuck him back at the fire. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, let's get this guy right. Slightly higher. Perfect. In the pocket. Back in the hand. Where's my frog? There he is. Oh, so now we won't go on it because of that thing. What happened in the good old days when you just put the frog in the microwave and then it would cook that way? Don't want to cook the mushroom, and cook the frog. There we go. Slightly alarming the way it catches fire so quickly. The frog's like filled with petrol in this game. Bit unusual. So that's most of the hub. There is a storage area just over here where you can drop your stuff off. So I'm going to fridge some of the things that I don't need at the moment. That's what I've got stored already. Oh no, sorry. This is my inventory menu to store what I have already. Don't drop anything else in there. Get rid of one of those. You've got to balance your inventory spaces against how much health you've got left, so you can, go deep enough into the dungeon to get everything you need, but not leave yourself short of pockets. So that's the very quick introduction there to Let It Die. I'm going to head back up to the higher floors now and see how I get on. I'm probably going to do terribly, so I'll catch up with you later. Bye.